Imagine constantly second-guessing your memories, feelings, and even your sanity. This isn't a scene from a horror movie. It's gaslighting, a psychological manipulation tactic designed to make you doubt your reality. The term comes from the 1944 film Gaslight, where a husband subtly manipulates his wife into believing she is losing her mind. In real life, gaslighting is a deliberate strategy used to destabilize a person's sense of truth, making them question their own perceptions. This form of emotional abuse is incredibly dangerous, as it erodes self-trust, leading to anxiety, depression, and deep isolation. It doesn't just happen in romantic relationships. It occurs in families, workplaces, and even cult-like environments, where control is exerted through confusion and denial. But how can you tell if someone is gaslighting you? Up next, we'll break down the 7 red flags to watch out for. One of the biggest red flags of gaslighting is outright denial of reality, even when undeniable proof exists. This tactic exploits cognitive dissonance, a psychological phenomenon where conflicting information creates mental discomfort, making you more likely to question your own perception. A gaslighter might boldly claim, "I never promised that," even when you have a text message proving otherwise. Over time, this constant contradiction forces you to second-guess not just the facts, but your ability to remember them correctly. It's a deliberate effort to rewrite reality, leaving you confused and vulnerable. But denial is just the beginning. Next, we'll explore how gaslighters go even further by trivializing your emotions. Gaslighters don't just deny facts, they also dismiss your emotions, making you feel like your reactions are exaggerated or unjustified. This tactic, known as emotional invalidation, allows them to assert control by making you doubt the legitimacy of your feelings. They might say things like, "You're overreacting," or "It's just a joke," when you express hurt or frustration. By minimizing your pain, they silence your concerns and make it harder for you to stand up for yourself. Over time, this constant dismissal can make you suppress your emotions, fearing that any reaction will be seen as irrational. But gaslighters don't stop there. Next, we'll see how they go a step further by projecting their own behavior onto you. Gaslighters often project their own behavior onto you, shifting blame to avoid accountability. This classic Freudian defense mechanism allows them to deflect guilt while keeping you on the defensive. For example, a cheating partner might accuse you of infidelity, making you feel the need to prove your innocence rather than question their actions. This manipulation creates confusion, making you doubt your own judgment while they escape responsibility. The more you defend yourself, the more power they gain. But projection is just one of their tricks. Next, we'll uncover how gaslighters twist facts to keep you trapped in a cycle of self-doubt. Gaslighters are masters at twisting facts and creating confusion, trapping you in gaslighting loops, a cycle of contradictions designed to wear you down. They'll make you question your own memory and even flip the narrative entirely. For example, if you confront them about something hurtful they did, they might respond with, "You're misremembering. Actually, you hurt me." This tactic forces you to defend yourself instead of addressing their wrongdoing. Over time, this mental exhaustion can make you doubt your perception of reality, leaving you dependent on the gaslighter for the truth. But their manipulation doesn't stop there. Next, we'll see how they isolate you from the people who could help you see through their lies. Gaslighters isolate you from support, making it harder for you to see through their manipulation. They know that friends, family, or colleagues could help you recognize the truth, so they weaken your resistance by cutting off those connections. They might say things like, "Your friends are toxic, only I understand you." Over time, this creates emotional dependency, making you more vulnerable to their control. Without outside perspectives, you may start to believe their version of reality. But the damage doesn't stop there. Next, we'll explore how gaslighters slowly erode your confidence until you no longer trust yourself. Gaslighters gradually erode your confidence, making you question your own judgment and abilities. This happens so slowly that you may not even notice, much like the boiling frog syndrome, where the change is too gradual to trigger alarm. Over months, they mock your decisions, dismiss your achievements, or make you feel incapable until you stop trusting yourself. You might hear things like, "Are you sure you can handle that? You always mess things up." This constant belittling wears you down, making you more reliant on them for validation. But their manipulation doesn't stop there. Next, we'll uncover how they shift the blame onto you to escape responsibility. Gaslighters often blame you for their actions, a manipulative tactic known as DARVO, deny, attack, reverse victim, offender. They shift responsibility by making you feel like the cause of their behavior, deflecting any accountability for their actions. For instance, a gaslighter might say, "If you weren't so needy, I wouldn't lie." This reversal of roles makes you feel guilty for their wrongdoing, leaving you questioning your own actions while they remain free of blame. The more you try to defend yourself, the more they continue to attack your character. Now that we've covered the 7 signs of gaslighting, let's dive into why these tactics work so effectively, exploring the psychological mechanisms behind them. Gaslighting works because of several powerful psychological mechanisms that keep victims trapped in the manipulator's web. First, cognitive dissonance comes into play. This is when you hold 2 conflicting beliefs, like trusting your own memory versus believing the gaslighter's version of events. To reduce this mental discomfort, you may cling to the gaslighter's reality, even if it doesn't make sense. Another factor is the power imbalance, where gaslighters exploit their position of authority, like a parent, boss, or partner, to manipulate and control you. Then there's trauma bonding, where the gaslighter mixes intermittent kindness with cruelty, making you feel emotionally dependent on them. This cycle of ups and downs keeps you hooked, making it harder to break free. To protect yourself from gaslighting, it's important to take proactive steps. Step 1. Trust your gut. If something feels off and you're questioning your own sanity, take a pause. Ask yourself, is this their narrative or mine? Trust your instincts. Step 2. Document interactions. Keep a record of texts, emails, and journal entries. This helps counter any attempts to distort your memory or manipulate the truth. Step 3. Seek external validation. Talk to trusted friends or therapists. Their perspective can help you recalibrate your sense of reality and remind you of what's really going on. Step 4. Set boundaries. Make it clear that you won't engage with someone who dismisses your feelings. For example, say, "I won't continue this conversation if you refuse to acknowledge my emotions." Finally, Step 5. Exit safely, if needed. Gaslighters rarely change, and sometimes the only way to protect yourself is to distance yourself completely from them. Your well-being should always come first. With these steps, you can begin to regain control of your reality. In conclusion, gaslighting thrives in silence, but you have the power to stop it. Name it, shame it, and reclaim your truth. By recognizing the signs and taking steps to protect yourself, you can break free from its grip. If you found this video helpful, share it with someone who needs it, and subscribe for more mental health deep dives. Remember, you are not alone, and you are not crazy. If you're in immediate danger, don't hesitate to contact a helpline.